Kraken Pod Fam. What the fuck is going on? Again, I haven't had a chance to go to the store yet, so no booze for this guy. Still drinking water over here. Unintentional dry January. That's not true. I've had some beer and some wine. Just not tonight. Check this out. Repping for the Seahawks Cup. Shout out to Pete Carroll. Anyways, oh my God. This team is fucking hot. 8 wins in a row, ties their franchise streak. We've already heard all this from last year when the Kraken went on that epic road trip. This team is a completely different team. Can't say enough about the Seattle Kraken right now. I mean, they are just firing on all freaking cylinders. Excuse me. I'm going to go over game notes, but by all means, everyone that's here, spread the fucking word. Kraken Pod After Dark. It's going down right now. If you're in here, hit the thumbs up. Please, by all means, leave any comments. I will obviously get to them like I do every single one of these little mini episodes, whatever you want to call them. But holy shit. Again, if you have something that you're drinking to celebrate with, whatever, but this is just water. But cheers. The Seattle Kraken are fucking hot. We have the hottest team in the NHL right now. These boys are on another fucking level. It has been incredible to watch. I mean, holy shit. And like, what's the Barney quote from The Simpsons? Like, hook it to my veins. Like hook this shit up. I cannot get enough of this team. And to start, and also like, as like rested as they look and like healthy, knock on wood. I mean, like everything right now is clicking for the Seattle Kraken. And I'm going to get into my game notes here in a second, but it starts with, of course, Joey motherfucking Decord Pro Joey podcast. That's where it all starts. I'm going to get a drink of water, and then I'm going to talk about the game with y'all, and then we can get into the comments. But welcome to Kraken Pod After Dark. Not even that dark yet. I mean, look at this. We're getting games over early. Kraken are winning 8 in a row. Man, it's a good time to be a Seattle Kraken fan, let me tell you. All right, game notes. How about Joey Decord with the diving save where he also kicks up the leg? So the scorpion save with the leg kick to stop the rebound. And Chris Drieger's face. Listen, Dave, I'm not supposed to be doing comments right now. I haven't had a chance to go to the store, man. So I have no beer, no wine in the house. So anyways, I'm drinking water. I will make up for this in due time. I promise you. Anyways. How about that diving scorpion save by Joey Decord, kicking up the leg to get the pad on the puck for the second time around on the rebound? Chris Drieger, his reaction to it, like, oh shit. Chris Drieger's face is the embodiment of how every like Seattle Kraken fan is feeling right now. Like that is where things are. Exactly, dude. Joey Scorpio. Like, what a fucking save. Just unbelievable save, unbelievable play. And again, Nick Olchek, friend of the podcast, shout out to Nick, was talking about this on the post-game report. I caught it for a split second. I tried to catch it for like a minute before I hop on here. And he was talking, and he was like, again, I give the first period and kind of the way that this game was going on Joey Decord, because the game has started off and the Caps are spending a lot of time in this Seattle Kraken zone, and Joey is asked to make a lot of plays until the team can get settled. And like Nick Olchek was saying during the broadcast, like a lot of the members of the Kraken were kind of skating around, like their heads were spinning a little bit, like the Caps had the Kraken in the spin cycle, and Decord made enough plays to keep the Seattle Kraken in it until they could really get their skates under them. And then it was off to the fucking races. So Joey Decord, shout out to him. Ty Cartier, past the Cartier, friend of the podcast, an absolute dart from him to make it 1-0. I like the move that he did to kind of get deeper into the zone around defender, kind of dragging the puck around him. Absolutely beautiful play. Just all around incredible. Let's see here. So Cartier, Wenny. Let's talk about Alex Wenberg for a second. I have never been happier to be wrong about a player. Like, it's not that I don't like the guy. I love Alex Wenberg, but obviously the knock on him from me and from a lot of people going into this season is that he's always looking to pass, even when he has the opportunity to shoot. I'm not going to lie, on the second goal of the game, I didn't even think Wendy had that big of a room to shoot from. This dude uses a defenseman to essentially set up a screen on his own goalie and snipes from about 25 feet out and just buries one in the net. I mean, absolutely incredible shot. I'm watching. I'm like, dude, Wenny is playing like this right now. Like, who the fuck is this team? More power to him. I mean, holy shit. It just absolutely beautiful. At this point, the game's 2-0. Max scores his first goal with the Caps on an odd man rush, early second period. The score is then 2-1. Then almost right on cue, which we saw last game as well, when the team needed a goal to kind of really widen the gap, right? So now it's 2-1. It's a one-goal game. Schultze, the former Washington Capital, off the feed from Golvanen, with under 2 minutes left in the second period, he ends up scoring to make it 3-1. And I love this comment. And again, I'm not trying to go through comments right now, but it just kind of caught my eye. Oh shit, where did it go? Oh, here we go. This is great. Shout out to Crispy Boy, also just great name. You know things are rolling when Schultz gets a goal. In all seriousness, we have such a well-balanced team. Dude, everyone on this fucking squad is firing on all cylinders right now. And I know that Jeff and I are like a vibes-based podcast. Like, you watch every single Kraken game, you pay attention to what's going on with the team. You get a good feel for like where these guys' heads are at and where the vibes are at. Did anybody else here in Kraken Pod After Dark, did anybody else see the pregame and the boys tossing around the fucking pigskin and the big rig was rocking the Adam Larson bowl cut t-shirt on the road? That shit looked freshly pressed, freshly washed. Like, the vibes of this team are unparalleled right now. Like, these boys are having fucking fun. Like, that was a comment, I forget which of the, but one of the players said it when the Kraken won like a game or two. They were like, oh, hockey is starting to feel fun again. And this is right after the trade for Tatar. And they were like, it just feels like we're having fun again. When I see stuff like that, like Big Rig tossing around the football pregame with the Adam Larson bowl cut shirt on, the vibes are continuing to go up. Right then and there, I'm like, give me the Kraken. Like, the Kraken are going to win their 8th win in a row because these boys are loose. They're having fun. They're bonding with their teammates. It's everything you can ask for in a team right now. Unintentional segue. Big Cat. Oh my God, with the sweet backy. Absolute beautiful rush and a feed from Turbo. Again, sweet backy, full fucking speed. Makes it 4-1. Just completely buries it. And the Kraken end up winning 4-1. That was it. I mean, we didn't even need a nail in the coffin, but that was like the extra fucking nail in the coffin. I mean, holy shit. These boys are really just on another heater right now. 8 wins in a row. I mean, there isn't a lot that can be said. I mean, like, you can't say enough, rather, about this Seattle Kraken team. I mean, these really are, like, the vibes are at an all-time high. The players are performing. Every single line, every single player is contributing. Sorry if I seem a little distracted. I'm actually pulling up the standings as I'm talking right now. I'm just out of sheer curiosity. I try not to pay attention to it because, again, I know the Kraken have played more games than a lot of teams. That is starting to even out, right? They played, 45 points. Yeah, 45 points, which is technically tied with Edmonton right now for 4th in the Pacific, but not tied for Edmonton because they played less games than us. By the way, we have a game against Edmonton real fucking soon. That is coming up next Thursday at Edmonton. And that will be the last game of the road trip before it's Sunday at home versus Toronto. So holy shit, you want to talk about some serious matchups back to back. I mean, unbelievable. But whatever, we're focusing on the now. And right now, this team is fucking hot. And now looking at their schedule and just kind of thinking ahead a little bit, and I still want to relish in this victory, but the boys have a game where they should win on Saturday, and that win streak should be 9 games. Good teams find ways to win. Saturday at Columbus Blue Jackets. Not a good team. Kraken hot. I need and I expect the Seattle Kraken to go into their Saturday and handle fucking business. So unbelievable. Oh, and by the way, I beating the drum on this. Of course, I mentioned every line and every skater is contributing. But the core of everything right now is Joey Decord. He is arguably the hottest goalie in the league right now. He is playing out of his fucking mind. His confidence is through the roof. He's healthy. He's having fun, and he's competitive as all hell. And the boys are riding the shit out of that. Again, I know it got turned into like a funny gif, but Chris Drieger's reaction on the Scorpion save in the first period is emblematic of how everyone is watching Joey Decord right now. Emblematic. That's all I'm going to say about that. 8 wins in a row, 12 games in a row with a point. The boys are fucking hot. I mean, God, fuck, this is so much fun to watch. All right, we're doing comments now. So if you're here, hit the thumbs up. If you want to talk about anything, Kraken, life, make fun of me for drinking water, whatever the hell, let's do it because we're here. It's probably going to be a short one tonight. I still have more work I have to do, and I have a very long day tomorrow. But I had to hop on here for Kraken Pod After Dark. Like, how can we not come on here and talk about the boys together after everything that we are witnessing? I mean, this is peak Seattle Kraken fucking hockey. I mean, oh my fucking God. Like, this team ends up making the playoffs. Can you imagine the waves, no pun intended, they're going to fucking make? Holy shit. This is a team right now that can beat anybody. And by the way, the Caps are no slouches. Like, they're vying for a playoff spot as well. Like, they're starting to get their skates underneath them a little bit. Fucking manhandled 4-1. And you love to see it. You really do love to see it. I'm also liking, and Jeff mentioned this. And by the way, to everybody here, new Kraken Pod episode came out 2 days ago, Tuesday, right before puck drop. Weird timing with the early games, but there is a new episode out. If you've already listened, thank you. We love you. Looking at the win streaks right now, by the way, Oilers have played 3 less games in the Kraken, but have 45 points apiece. You want to talk about hot teams in the NHL? The number 1 hottest team right now is the Edmonton Oilers, and there's a fucking showdown next Thursday. And exactly 7 days from now, they have won 9 games in a row to our 8. That is the only reason why they are above us right now in the standings. Those motherfuckers have won 9 in a row. Another really hot team, Florida Panthers. They've won 8 in a row. How about Winnipeg Jets? The fucking Peggers. 27-9-4. They've won 7 straight. Unbelievable. Like, looking at these standings, it's absolutely incredible. If the season were to end right now, the Seattle Kraken would fall just shy of a wild card spot, despite having the same number of points, 45, as the first and second wild card spot, which is Edmonton Oilers and Nashville Predators. Which, by the way, I think is bullshit because the Predators have played the same number of games as the Seattle Kraken at 41. However, if you remember in the head-to-head, very beginning of the season, we got smacked down by Nashville, and me and Jeff on an episode were looking at each other being like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I thought this is a game the team was going to win. All I know is that these boys are playing their ass off. By the way, the plus-minus on the season is now down to -3. Holy shit. The differential, the goal differential. That is huge. Because it's very telling. And obviously you win a bunch of games in a row, it's going to continue to tick up. But you just like to see that. It's just really, really good. All right. I've done enough. I'm going over standings. That's fine. How about we go over some motherfucking comments? Let me get a drink of water and let's do this. I promise I will start drinking some alcohol and whatnot. Also, I forgot. I was talking to somebody recently who was like, hey, man, I work for a brewery. Would it be cool if I sent you some beers for you to drink on Kraken Pod After Dark? Dude, bring it on. Who the fuck am I to say no to free beers? I would love to be crushing some beers right now. Me and Will Borgen. I want to eat some fucking wings. I want to drink some beer. I fucking love that guy. Like Borgie is me, I am him. All right, Crispy Boy, what a win. We are rolling because of spread out scoring, outstanding goaltending. If Joey keeps this up, he'll be in contention for the Vezina. Absolutely. Dude, 10 out of 10, no fucking notes. Joey's hot. Everyone is contributing. Oh, and by the way, this is I'm really glad that you said this comment because this is something that I really liked pregame that Haxtell was talking about. So they moved Father Canner down a line, right? And they put him at center. And at first I was like, I don't know about all that. But then Haxtell was like, our goal is to make it to where we have 4 second lines. Like, that's what you're dealing with. You're just getting fucking boom, 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 all fucking game. Just line after line after line after line, which is essentially what the Seattle Kraken did last season and what got them into the playoffs. But this year, I mean, at this point right now, you can argue this team is deeper. Is that a crazy thing to say? I don't think it is after the addition of Tatar and the play that we have seen from Yams, who, by the way, is like just a casual, healthy scratch. Like, that guy's just resting. And then we get to throw him out there with his fucking chaos energy. Dude, fucking Yams is going to come back just fucking shit up. Oh, and no big deal. We also have Riker Evans just chilling, waiting to be like, oh, Schultze, you need a night off? I got you. But even Schultze's hot right now. Shit, Dumoulin's playing well. I mean, there's not a single guy on the squad right now that I'm like, dude, rest him. Like, if you're feeling fucking healthy, keep rolling these boys out there. But I don't mind the tinkering of the lines at all because I like that. You want to create 4 second lines? Bring it on. These boys are fucking playing. Put Larson on the shutout, dude. That fucking backhand, that sweet, sweet backy. Thanos, baby. It's going to snap. Thanos snap. Like a Kraken win. I am inevitable. Oh, I fucking love it. We're going streaking. I was going to tweet out that GIF, but I had to, hop on some Kraken Pod After Dark action. You're welcome. All right. Shout out to Megan. By the way, Megan is in Australia watching these games. Megan, I need you to do me a favor and comment what time it is in Australia. By the way, I was there 3 years ago or so. I spent some time in Sydney, Cairns, and Brisbane, a.k.a. Brizzy. And do you know how you can tell I've been to Australia? Because I enunciate it Cairns and Brisbane and not Cairns and Brisbane. But anyways, Australia's fucking dope. I really liked it. I would love to get back, but that travel is brutal. I flew from New Orleans to Dallas, which is an hour, and then Dallas to Sydney straight, 17 and a half hours. At the time I flew that flight, it was the longest flight in the world. Anyways, greetings from down under, Squid Squad. I like that, the Squid Squad. I just won my Dave Haxtell Winter Classic signed puck, team on a heater, even on a road trip. Damn. All right, you're doing the thing too. You're watching from Australia. Hack is winning shit. You're holding it down for the Kraken Pod fam all the way in Australia. And you know what? That's something that I've also loved as well. Like, by the way, I think we have like a couple stickers left. We definitely have some mugs left. So if anyone wants to keep the good vibes going, you don't have the good vibes only mug. I'm just saying, DM us on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, and I will personally ship it to you. I've been writing notes for every single one. We got to keep these good vibes rolling. I'm not just saying that just to sell shit. I just have some mugs I would love to get rid of. In fact, I priced it out to where basically just covering the cost of shipping because I just want people to have them. I don't give a fuck. Why water? I know. Dave, I'm a disappointment. I apologize. Joey with the Scorpion save in the first period. Absolutely unbelievable. Megan, Australia down there, makes heading to rehab for a torn left calf so much easier. That's you? You have a torn left calf? Well, damn, if that's what you got going on, I hope you take care of yourself. Holy shit, sounds awful. Oh, I already went over this earlier, but yeah, even Schultz is going. Absolutely incredible. This is great. because it's not even like a question. It's just like, dude, good vibes. Dude, good vibes only. The Seattle Kraken are so fucking hot right now. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. 10 out of 10, no notes. Us and the Oilers are the hottest teams in the NHL right now. Us, Oilers, and Florida. Vibes are at an all-time high. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we have gotten to a point ever since the Lars shirt came out. It absolutely has. I'm telling you right now, all jokes aside, the Adam Larson shirt is the moment in which the Seattle Kraken turned the season around. Between that and the trade for Tatar, that's a wrap. I did say we should be worried. And I hit the panic button late November. And you know what? I'm still not taking that shit back. And I'm not taking it back because as good as these boys are playing right now, they're going to have to stay pretty hot through the rest of the season in order to make playoffs. They dug a really, really, really big hole for themselves. The rate at which they were playing and digging that hole and just fucking digging their own grave, not good. Not great, Bob. And it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I hit the panic button. But like I said on every episode as well, I want to be wrong. So prove me wrong. Like Seattle Kraken, like make the fucking playoffs. I will happily eat my own words. I should have done a fun bet about it, honestly. For anyone that missed a lot, check out the Dax interview on Spin Chickles Heart. Yeah. That's a good point, Curtis. So for anyone that missed the last podcast episode or the last After Dark, I mentioned that Joey Decord was on Spittin' Chicklets. And again, however you feel about those boys, if you have an opinion, cool. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I personally don't give a shit. However, I do encourage everyone to listen to the Joey Decord interview because it's actually incredibly insightful. He's got a great personality. He opens up about a lot of stuff, and he's on there for like a good 45 minutes or so. And also, if you go back to the 2 hour and 15-minute mark, they do a lot of talk about the Kraken, and they really like the Kraken. So it's a really good conversation. You should definitely check it out. That was a great game. My first in-person Kraken win. The third time was a charm. Dude, the Kraken are rolling so hard right now that even Josh can't fucking jinx them. Josh, I remember you reaching out and being like, dude, I've gone to 2 games and they've lost both. And I'm like, you need to stay the fuck away, man. I'm like, so anyways, I'm glad, man. And also I'm so happy that you got to be there for that because that's just incredible. Just absolutely incredible. Here we go. With how hot Joey has been, do you give him a break and start Driggs against a bad Columbus team, or are we keeping him in? Oh my God. This is the question of the night. I need to insert Jeopardy music right now. Let me get a drink of water. I'm going to think on this. Oh, man, I still don't fucking know. This is such a good question. It's fucking me up. God damn you, crispy boy. Never thought I'd say that sentence ever. My gut instinct, if I'm being completely honest, and there's no logical thought behind it. This is just me going straight gut, right? Straight vibes. Keep rotting with Joey. Now, again, that's just me being off the cuff. Like, what would you do? I'm like, I'll play Joey Decord because he's playing so fucking hot right now. It's almost like guaranteeing a win. With that being said, to your point, you can give Decord a couple days off and get Driggs a start in net against a withering Columbus team. And then, hopefully the boys go out there and get a win, then Joey can get some. I don't know, but my gut was like, just play fucking Joey. But this is a long road trip. If Driggs gets the start, I'm not surprised whatsoever. But you know what? He'll be fucking ready to go. Look what he just did in Calgary. Was that in Calgary? Yeah, Saddle Dome. Dude, Driggs went off. I'm confident with him going against Columbus. So it's all good. Another comment here from Crispy Boy. Just think of the pipeline, the player development. Shane Wright, Yager Furcus. Dude, the Furcus Circus, that's going to be my when he comes up, man. That ginger fuck. No, he's great. He's great. By the way, for those curious, like I am currently curious, It's 9:06 p.m. here, Central Time Zone, New Orleans, Louisiana. It's 2:06 p.m. the next day. Megan is living in the future. So shout out 2 p.m. Friday afternoon. By the way, we think games are early for us. How dope is that? You get to watch hockey at fucking noon. That's so nice. Unless you like have a job. Here we go. 6 hours south of Brisbane. Okay. That's insane. I will end this on a really funny note, and then I got to get rolling because I have more work to do tonight and a very long day tomorrow. By the way, I appreciate everybody for being here. Y'all are great. I love you. Funny story, Megan, and anyone else who wants to hear it really quick. When I flew to Australia, I drastically, like a typical fucking American, underestimated how big just the country was. And I remember I booked flights from Sydney to Cairns, which, if you don't know, Sydney, let's just say southeast or east coast, whatever, of Australia, Cairns, northeast tip, right? Like if you're thinking of the United States, think about like flying from like Florida to Maine. That's how I was viewing it in my head. I got on the plane, and this is like 2 days after or 3 days after a 17.5-hour flight. I'm finally in Australia, and I get on the plane to fly to Cairns. I'm like, oh, this will be like a quick, like little puddle jumper scenario. And I'm pretty sure that flight was like 5.5 hours long. You basically are flying cross country. Australia is fucking huge. And that was the moment that I realized I had severely messed up. And yeah, that's a lot of travel. So anyways, that's it. That's a wrap. I love you all. Kraken Pod After Dark. Again, the Kraken are fucking hot. The boys are hot. Joey's fucking hot. Things are fucking rolling. Saturday, Columbus. And guess what? We're going to be doing this after the game as well. So Kraken Pod After Dark here on YouTube. Tell fucking everyone when I tweet it out or share it on Facebook, whatever, feel free to share. Let people know. I love you all wherever you're at. If you're in Australia, don't get some sleep or take a nap. I don't know what you want to do, but I love this. Thanks, Squid Squad. I love that fucking name. Why has no one used Squid Squad? Curtis, I appreciate you too. All right. Y'all have a good night. Kraken are fucking awesome, and I'll be talking to you soon.